All right, let's go ahead and go through these problems. On number 1, we have the symbol for a proper subset, and we have the symbol, this is just subset, this is proper subset. The only difference, well, first of all, a set is a subset of another set if each of its elements in the first set is contained in the second set. Now, in this case, the proper subset is the same except for they can't be equal. Well, this is the empty set and this is the empty set. And so, because they're equal, we cannot use the proper subset symbol. But we did learn that the empty set is a subset of every set, including itself. Now, it's not a proper subset because it's equal. In this case, these are equal sets. They're both symbols that represent the empty set. And so it's just this one here. So here, this is the universal set. We have sets A, B, and C. And we need to find a complement, which is the set of elements that are not in set A, but are in the universal set. So in this case, we want to take out the elements that are in A from the universal set. So no Q, no S, no U, no W, and no Y. So what's left over is R, T, V, and X. And actually, don't forget Z. So these are the elements that are in the universal set that are not in A. That's what we call a complement, or the complement of A. So let's see, R, T, V, X, Z. It looks like it's D here. So here we're supposed to find the complement of A union B. If you think back to the order of operations, we always did things inside of parentheses first. So that's what we want to do here first, is find A union B. Well, to find A union B, you're basically looking for the elements that are in set A, or set B, or both. I like to think of the word combine. So I want to take the sets in A, or the elements that are in A, Q, S, U, W, Y, and then I want to add anything in B that we don't already have. Well, we already have Q and S, we have Y, but we don't have Z, so we need to add Z. And so let's see, it's, I'm not done. So that's A union B, but we need to find the complement of that. And so now we're going to go back to the universal set. We want to find the elements that are in the universal set that are not in A union B. So there's no Q or S, there's no U or W, and there's no Y or Z. So what's left? You have R, T, V, and X. R, T, V, and X. So it looks like we've got answer B here. Let's move on to the next one. So in order to find the intersection of A and B complement, we first need to find B complement. So that's the elements that are in the universal set that are not in B. So no Q, no S, no Y, and no Z. So that would be R, T, U, V, W, and X. Now we're going to intersect that. I'm just going to go ahead and put that here. Intersect set A, which is Q, S, Y, and Z. So what I actually have here is A, intersect B complement. So it doesn't matter which one's first, but this is what we're looking at here. So when we talk about A intersect B complement, we're looking for the elements that are in set A and also in set B complement. Well, let's see. Q is not in B complement. S is not. Y is not. And Z is not. They have nothing in common. We call that the empty set. Oh, let's see. Looks like I've made a mistake. Let me make sure I have this right. Q, S. Oh, I missed. I wrote my A down wrong. I think I switched to another set. So we have Q, S, U, W, and Y that are in A. So that's in A. So let's do this again. Q is not in both. I'm focused on A here. S is not in B complement. Again, I'm looking for the elements that are in both. Well, there you go. U is. It's not the empty set. So we've got U. What about W? Yep, W. And Y, no. So if you look in here, U and W are the only elements that are in both sets. That's what we mean by intersection. So U and W, that would be answer B. All right, let's move on to the next problem. It says, describe the Venn diagram for two disjoint sets. How does this diagram illustrate that the sets have no common elements? Well, disjoint sets are sets that have no elements in common. They don't overlap. And actually, this is the only one that says that. An element in one circle cannot be in the other circle, because if it was, then they would overlap. If they have at least one element in common, you would have to overlap the circles. So it is B. Just remember, disjoint sets have no elements in common. All right. So here we're supposed to find the elements in the set C intersect the empty set. So we're going to take the empty set and intersect that. Did I say that right? Intersect. It's getting late here. Set C intersect the empty set. So what we want to find, since it's the intersection, is what do these two sets have in common? Well, the empty set has no elements, so they have no elements in common, and so that would be the empty set. The set of elements that are in both sets is the empty set, so that's C. All right, so again, like one of the problems we did earlier, if we're finding, see, we got to find A union B intersects C. And we're going to start by working inside the parentheses first. B intersect C are the elements that are in B and also in C. What did the two sets have in common? Well, let's see. Q, S, Y, and Z. It looks like Y and Z are the two elements they have in common. X, W, V. We don't have any of those over here. So the only two elements that B and C have in common is Y and Z, and so that's the intersection of B and C. So now A is Q, S, U, W, and Y. And we're going to union that with B intersects C, which has Y and Z in it. Now union, whoops, let me move this over. With union, the union of two sets includes elements in the first set, or the second set, or both. So an element in this union is in one set or the other set or both. I always think of the word combine. I want to combine them together. So basically what I would do is I would write down set A, Q, S, U, W, Y, and then I would see if I'm missing anything in this other set, and if so, I need to add it. Well, we already have Y, but we don't have Z, so when we combine the sets together, we end up with this set. So Q, S, U, W, Y, Z. That would be option C here. Alright, so on a problem like this, you really just need to take it step by step. Now you can see the answer I have already marked here, but let's take it step by step. First of all, we don't have a complement, so we need to find that. And then we'll work on, and in fact, we could have started with B union C complement, but because I didn't have a complement, I found that first. And then since I need to find B union C complement, I'm going to need C complement. And then I can find B union C complement. And then finally we can intersect these two sets here, which is what we're looking for in terms of an answer. So A complement is all the elements that are in the universal set that are not in set A. So no Q, no S or U, no W or Y. And so A complement is going to have R, T, V, X, and Z. Now C complement, I guess I need to erase here and start over. C complement are the elements in the universal set that are not in C. Well, C has V and W, so no V and W, no X, Y, or Z. And so C complement is Q, R, S, T, and U. Now, B union C complement, we're going to take C complement and union that with B, which has Q, S, Y, and Z. So we're going to union these, so let's take, remember union, think the word combine. It's everything in the first set or the second set or both. So we just basically combine the set. So I'm going to take all of C complement. It doesn't matter which one I do first. I could have started with all of B. But all of C complement, that's Q, R, S, T, U. Now, is there anything I need to add? Q I already have. S I already have. But I don't have Y and Z, so I need to add those. And so finally, I've got this B union C complement. I'm going to intersect it with A. So basically, what did these two sets have in common? Well, they both have an R. What about T? Yep. V. This one has V, but this one does not. X. Nope. But they do both have Z. So it's R, T, and Z, which is what we had here. Alright, so again, you got to kind of take it step by step and build until you get this whole expression, which is what we ended up with here. We were basically intersecting this set and this set here. We wanted to see what those two sets had in common, what members or elements they had in common. Alright, I think we're down to two more. So D intersect E So what do those two sets have in common? D and E, well, here's the D circle, here's the E circle. This is the overlap. Those are the elements, or the regions, that are in the intersection of those two sets. This is the area that's in both sets, or it's the area they have in common. Well, that's 2 and 5. So that would be B. List the regions that represent the set A union B. Well, remember, A union B, we take everything in A and combine it with everything in B. And so you have regions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, that's all these regions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that are in those two circles. All right, we made it. That's going to be it. Hope that helps.